Most people think motivation is just motivation. It is what it is. You watch a David Goggins edit, you do what you're supposed to do, it's all the same. When in reality, it really isn't. The reality is there are two main types of motivation that you need to understand which one you're absorbing from. Now you have push motivation and pull motivation. First, let's talk about push motivation. This is motivation that is discomfort. This is the fear of staying in the position that you are currently in. Think the job that you hate. Think the body that you're in right now that you just cannot stand anymore. Your current position, where you're at, and getting the hell out of that. Tony Robbins calls it necessity-driven action because you have to do this. Push is what's going to get you started. Push is what's going to allow you to actually take the leap of faith in big things, in starting a business, in starting your fitness journey. But it's not going to be the thing that sustains you for a long period of time. Now, moving on to the next side of it, pull motivation. What is this? This is gonna be your North Star. This is your goal. This is what you are trying to achieve. It's something that you might never achieve. For me, it's CrossFit, my business, and providing from both of those things for my family, my friends, and my future children. Tony Robbins calls this possibility-driven action. You move and you act because you want to. It's not out of fear, it's out of growth, and it's out of wanting more for yourself, your family, and your friends. It actually will regenerate you. It will continue to give you the energy you need because the goal itself is sustaining and it's long-term and it's hard. There was a huge point at the end of 24, beginning of 2025, where I was using that push motivation. I was running away from football for a while, and I finally took the leap of faith to stop playing, start doing my own content, start doing my own coaching business. The push is what got me started. The push is what made me spend $2,000 on a coach. The push motivation allowed me to open my LLC and actually start, no matter what anyone thought. But the thing is, push isn't what is 1,700 posts at only 4,000 followers on my Instagram. That's not from push. That is from pull. That is from the desire to get where I want to be, to have a fully sustaining and fully thriving coaching business, to be a high-level athlete at the CrossFit Games, and even maybe win it one day. To be able to take those two things and provide for myself, my family, my friends, my loved ones, and my future family. It's all about what I'm building, who I'm becoming, and who I can help. To be completely honest, both have value. Push gets you started. This gets you to the start line. This gets you past the start line. It gets you really going. It makes you take that big leap of faith. But pull motivation is going to be that long-term energy, that long-term drive and ambition. It's the only way people get from that starting point to actually becoming successful. Because in between the starting point and becoming successful takes a long time. It takes way longer than you possibly think, and it takes way more work than you possibly think. How to find these in your own life. What's a current situation that you know you don't want to be in anymore? You're sick of it. You're sick of your current body. You're sick of not being capable athletically. You're sick of the job that you're working, and you've been working it for years now, putting up with bullshit, knowing this is not what you want to do long term, but you're too scared to take that leap. Find that for yourself. And then on top of that, find your pull motivation, because that's what's going to matter long term. What does the life you're building today, right now, currently look like in 5 years from now? Who are you helping? What are you creating? What are you building? Who are you becoming? Answer those two questions for yourself. Be specific with this. If it does not line up with the daily actions that you are taking right now, that is a huge issue. Shout out to Tony Robbins for this example of push and pull motivation. I've been using it for the last year and a half since I've officially started my next chapter of my life, this next piece of my journey with content, with online coaching, with CrossFit. After I moved away from football, I've been using it a shit ton. Push, pull, motivation. There are two types. Use them wisely, but make sure to use them. Because the goal is, I want you to figure out what you're running towards just as much as what you're running from. Appreciate you listening. This was a quicker one today. Just wanted to spit out some thoughts. Appreciate every single person that watches this. If you have any interest in one-on-one coaching, click the link in the description. If you have any other questions at all, let me know. Drop a comment.